Hello, my beautiful rainbow people. Welcome back to the Controversy of Zion. This is my Pot Smoker's Bible channel program where I am trying to shock the hell out of you, scare the hell out of you, piss you off, or make you laugh and giggle with delight. If I'm not doing one of those four things, I'm not doing my job right. Hi, my name my actual name is Brenda Leanne Huns, but God calls me Zion, and He has given me the title of the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, which is the most wonderful thing that you could imagine being. I would not want to be anybody but me right now, because I have the best future ahead of me, and so does everybody else who follows me. Now, there's a coup coming. Trump, who is the basis of men from the prophecy of Israel, who was put into power to destroy the United States of America, which is a hypocritical nation, and to separate the wheat from the chaff, has done his job up to the point of the coup. Now, he's staging the coup with the help of Putin. Putin is hacking the infrastructure, paving the way for a massive infrastructure hack on the day of the coup, where he's going to take all of these little hacks that he's doing right now with the food chain and the gas, and he's going to go after the electricity, he's going to go after the water, he's going to go after the sewage, and then he's going to go after government offices. These are all getting hacked, so that on the day of the coup, they can institute a big hack on all of them at once, shutting everything down, helping them to win the coup. When that occurs, what's going to happen is that you guys are going to come to me. Because anybody who wants a peaceful alternative is going to start looking for one. What do we do? Where do we go? Who can help us? Who has a plan? I do. I got a plan. I've got two plans, actually. Because anybody intelligent enough to make one plan that is viable and might work knows that there's always unforeseen circumstances, so you need to have a backup, an alternative plan. So I have two. Okay? Now I am the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, the foretold prophet from the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah. I am in contact with the gray aliens. They are my God. They've been my God since 1979. I didn't know it at the time. But just because you don't know something doesn't mean it's not true. It wasn't until around 2000 that I started getting the realization that I was dealing with extraterrestrials, that my God, who answered my prayers and performed miracles for me practically on a daily basis, was in fact the gray aliens. But that they aren't actually gray, they're blue. And they have trained me and led me to create the events of prophecy in order to have an alternative, in order to have it play out the way they want it to play out for the betterment of mankind. In order to do that, they had to be able to separate the evil from the good, the righteous from the unrighteous, the wheat from the chaff. And they did that with Donald Trump. Everyone who followed Donald Trump and is a follower and believer of Donald Trump to this day are damned. They are the chaff. They are the basest scumbags on the planet. If you voted for Trump and you believe in Trump, you are not only an idiot and a fool, but you're a disgusting, animalistic version of a Neanderthal human. You do not measure up to the righteous. You have been led astray by a base and immoral man who has set you up to take the fall for an unrighteous, hypocritical nation that is going to be destroyed, or alternatively, reduced to such an extent that they will be a third world country. That's what Trump is doing. That's been his job from the very beginning, to gather together all of the scumbag, dirtbag, low-life scum of the United States of America and to let them play out their wildest fantasy in order to destroy them once and for all. So, if you're a Republican and the coup doesn't kill you, COVID-19 will. If you survive both of those and end up in the nation states or what remains of the United States when this is over, you will have about 20 years to live before the interplanetary bombardment occurs and you are annihilated by an asteroid impact, which will set off a chain reaction of methane explosions around the world that will destroy everything combustible on the surface. Now, those of us who choose the peaceful option of praying to every known ancient god of the earth in the name of Ishi, the god foretold in the Bible, they promise to come to circle our camp with UFOs, set up a force field, so that the guns and the tanks and the bombs will not be able to harm us. We will negotiate with them a reinstitution of the ancient government that existed prior to the flood and just after the flood, when the last interplanetary bombardment occurred. They did not know that that there was a rogue planet around the solar system when they came, and when they realized that it was coming, they didn't have time to protect us. So they had to take their ships out of the solar system and wait for the bombardment to pass and then come back. And then then mythology takes off, where they recreated the human race to be more like them. And there was a plague, and that plague destroyed them, made them clone themselves. And they had to leave us so that we could grow up as a race. Learn to put aside our violence and our vanity and become a peaceful people who were willing to become part of the Gray's society. So, they foretold everything that has happened since 2015. And when I went to court, established myself as Zion, and Trump announced his run for presidency. Everything that happened from that point to the year 2020 was a fulfillment of the first stage of prophecy setting Trump up as the president, the man in power, while I served out my prison term after having established myself in a court of law for my belief in the use of marijuana in conjunction with the Gray, operating a temple where I was teaching my fellow priests how to do their job, thus reinstituting the ancient priesthood of the pre-flood age. Now, everything from the last thing that I was supposed to do before I got famous was to publish peace, which is what I'm doing. I wrote the Book of Zion, went to publish it, found out I had to write another book, so I wrote the Pot Smoker's Bible. I finished it in February of 2020. I started publishing Pot Smoker's Bible on 4/20 of 2020. On the anniversary of me establishing myself as the Prophet Zion, George Floyd was killed in the very manner foretold in the 3rd chapter of the book of Isaiah. And from that moment on, the year 2020 became the year of the judgment of the United States of America. If you follow Trump, you're guilty, you're a transgressor, you have forsaken God, and you will be destroyed. If you are an oppressed person, you will hear about me and what I am doing and what I have done and what I'm planning to do. And when you abandon the cities, which is one of the foretold events that has yet to occur, you are said to come to me. That is the exodus of the people of Zion from the corrupt, immoral, hypocritical nation of the United States of America that is being destroyed by the basest of men, who has fallen from power, gathered his forces, and is trying to take over the corrupt, unjust, hypocritical nation of the United States of America. Well, all of us who are righteous are going to abandon the cities. You're going to come to me because I've been sent by God. And we're going to gather together out west in the state of Nebraska where the land is open and we can all be there without destroying any crops. And when we get there, every person who gets high is going to stand in prayer. And they are going to channel. They're going to send the prayers of every non-high person in the camp to the God of whatever religion they believe in. It is going to be a united, worldwide, every religion on the planet prayer in one single place. We are going to pray to every known God of the ancients in the name of the foretold God Isi, which is from the prophecy of Israel. If we create this prayer using every known religious belief system on earth, united as one human race, praying to one unified being, the Great, to come save us from this society that has oppressed us, just as foretold by prophecy. So, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, keep you from all harm, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice when we get to Camp Zion. If you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote 2 books about it. I am the Zion of the Most High God of Israel. prophet foretold in the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah. I've come to set my people free. Join me when you abandon the cities. I'll be waiting. I never say goodbye, so I'm going to say later now.